everyone, my name is Selena. I'm going to review Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison. This is a classic novel that is actually in the process of being adapted into a Hulu series. The narrator is how the main character is referred to, and we listen to a man's woes and how he ended up living in a basement stealing electricity from the power company. In order to explain how we reached this point, the narrator recounts his day-to-day interactions in corrupt places under capitalism pre-20th century. The story is non-linear as we start in the present and jump into flashbacks as the character gets high on a jazz cigarette. Invisible Man is a novel about horrible parts of our society. The narrator is not really invisible, it just feels that way as he feels powerless and unseen as a human. He's a nobody and he's not what he wanted to be. He can't be anything that this world doesn't allow him to be. The narrator is obsessed with identity. This novel spreads a theme of invisibility throughout the book with blind characters, blindfolds, and false eyes. It seemed as though the narrator himself was blind to some cruelties as well. When awful things happened to other Black characters, he was conditioned to see it as normal, but would be outraged against something minor that affected white people, and I truly believe that was more out of fear. In the forefront of his thoughts, we see how much he cares about how he is perceived by white people. Black people are looked at as being someone to help in order to elevate one's status, while white people are looked at as gods. Invisible Man highlights the way that things are and how they are supposed to be. I enjoyed the way that these messages were told. Racism and prejudice are talked about through stories and experiences. Show, don't tell. Information is presented to you but not fully explained, leaving you to form your own conclusions. Invisible Man is hard to read if I'm being honest. The story itself is simply stated but makes many implications to analyze. I had to take my time in reading this novel. Invisible Man forces you to form your own opinions. Many of the long passages are full of rambling thoughts to sort through. Readers witness this man unravel and form new opinions about life, his beliefs, his goals, and culture in the US. Invisible Man can make you feel uncomfortable and on edge as a lot of the content is mature and alarming. The tone of this book is serious and stressful. Even though this is a book of fiction, it feels very much like a true story. It can be a bit depressing as we see the darkest aspects of racial relationships, and there's so many villains in this book. This book questions what it means to be an ally and uncovers that some allies have ulterior motives. Invisible Man is incredibly powerful and influential. I would recommend it to anyone who enjoys challenging novels. I would rate this book 5 out of 5 stars. I did read a physical copy from the Glendale Library Arts and Culture, but you can also check this book out on the Cloud Library app in ebook or audiobook format. I hope that everyone gives this book a chance and enjoys it as much as I did. Thank you so much for watching. Please come back for more book reviews by the Glendale Library staff.